Yeah? Okay, I will in 1 second. Okay.
Hello everybody, I'm going to Victoria today. That's part of my Mad Max Freedom Tour. We will be there, we'll do some rallies over there. I want you to follow me on social media. Don't hesitate to go on our Facebook page or the People's Party of Canada website if you want to know more about our party. We are the only national political party that is fighting for you, for Canadians. You know, we don't want anymore these draconian lockdowns. We want to have a sustainable immigration. So just go on our website and you'll see our platform.
So I have an incredible amount of appreciation and respect for the leader of the People's Party, Maxime Bernier.
Merci, thank you again. Yeah. Hello everybody. First of all, thank you very much for being here today. It's a nice day. You know, it's always fun to be here in BC. We started that last Friday, a nice weekend, and tomorrow I'm going to northern BC. But the most important for me is, why are you here today? Why? Because like me, you know, and the speakers told you that before me, that our freedoms are under a huge danger, under attack. Under attack by the UN for sure, under attack by the Trudeau Liberal government, under attack also by the mainstream media, under attack by the radical leftists, under attack by the wokes. So, and under attack, it's sad to say that, but that under attack by the Conservative Party of Canada that is not conservative anymore. They don't do politics based on conservative principles. So why I'm saying that, just look around. First, the UN, the Migration Compact. They want everybody to travel everywhere, to become a citizen of every country. We must open our borders to everybody. But for us, being a Canadian, it's a privilege. And yes, we believe in sustainable immigration, but not in mass immigration. We like our country. We want our country to be like that in 25 years. So that's why we want to have a discussion on immigration. It's so important for the future of our country. We want that newcomers that are coming here in Canada, they must share our values. They must share our Canadian values. They must be able to integrate into our society. But we don't want that mass immigration that the Trudeau government will impose us. 450,000 immigrants every year in Canada. It's like a New Brunswick every 2 years. So, you know, it's important to help the real refugees that are in other countries and where their life is in danger. But when you have somebody that is crossing the Roxham Road in Quebec, our border illegally, and they are saying that they're a refugee, I don't believe that their life is in danger in New York. So we must be able to have a discussion, a national discussion on immigration. That's part of our platform. That's important for us. And that's not only that. COVID-19. Like you know about COVID-19, I said 15 months ago that every business is essential, that we must be able to go to our church if we want to go to our church, that kids must be able to go to school without any mask. So I said that 15 months ago. That was not so popular at that time. But now we have more and more people that are coming on our side. We have the data. we have the statistics. So I said publicly, and that was huge in the press in Quebec, because as a leader of a national political party, they asked me if I will have that vaccine. And contrary to all the other leaders, I said no. I said no. And we, at the People's Party of Canada, we believe in freedom of choice. Freedom of choice with informed consentment. People must have the right information for being able to decide if they want the vaccine or not.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Yes.
I've seen 2 videos of you.
Yeah.
One speaking in English, saying that you don't support a vaccine and you don't support the passport. And then I saw one of you speaking in French, saying that if you had to take the vaccine, you'll take the vaccine and you support the passport. So which is it?
First, do you speak French?
No.
But, okay. So.
But the writing was
So yeah, I saw that. It's not true. I said the same thing in English and in French. And when they asked me the question in French, I said, I won't take the vaccine. I said, why? Because I think that I'm young, 58 years old, and I think I'm in shape. I like to run. I'm a runner. And also the most important reason is if I have COVID-19, I have 0.05% chances of dying from COVID. So I said the same thing in French, and they asked me the question about, Mr. Bernier, if you want to travel, you will be in a position to take that vaccine. And I said no, because I will only travel in countries when they don't ask me to have that vaccine.
so they lied.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It won't be the first time in politics. Yeah. Yeah. So we are against vaccine passport. I won't take the vaccine, and actually my wife didn't have the vaccine, and she won't have the vaccine also. So, but it's your choice. I will respect you. If you want to take that vaccine, that will be your personal choice. We have to respect you.
Not a vaccine.
But you're right about that. It's an experimental treatment. So that being said, that's very important. And we are the only political party that has the courage to speak about that. And we will do that. And the most important debate about all that is the vaccine passport. And like you said, in Quebec and in Manitoba, they are looking for implementing a vaccine passport. We don't want that. And I was very clear about it because it will create 2 classes of citizens. The one vaccinated and the one that are not vaccinated. So some of them will have some privileges and other not. So if you believe in equality before the law, if you believe in freedom of choice, you cannot impose that in Canada. We are not in a communist country. We don't want that. We will fight for that because we don't want a show-me-your-papers society like in a communist country. That's very important for us. And when we are saying that our freedoms are under attack, I can tell you that I had the experience of that in Manitoba. I'm doing some rallies like that across the country, and I was supposed to do a big rally in Winnipeg, but I was not welcome over there. And after a meeting in a park with our members early in the morning near Winnipeg, we were maybe 8 or 9 in that park and having a discussion. I was speaking with the executive of my riding association over there to be ready for the next election. And after that meeting, I've been arrested, handcuffed, put in jail like a criminal for a non-crime just after a political gathering. That's in Canada in 2021. They didn't want me to have my rally in Winnipeg. I was in jail for 10 hours, so I was not able to do that rally. That was a way to stop me. And they said, if you want to have your freedom back, you have to bail $1,000 to be sure that you'll be back in Manitoba at the end of July. And so I did that, and I will be back in Manitoba at the end of July. I will be in court, and I will win that because it's unconstitutional, illegal.
What were the charges for the arrest?
For having a gathering in a park with more than 5 people. And also 2 charges. And the second one was for being in Manitoba without doing the quarantine, because I was supposed to stay in an hotel for 10 days. But I was, I was there. The most important for me to campaign. I'm a politician, and I want to meet people and to be ready for the next election. So, but we will win that at the end of this month when I'll be back in Manitoba. But I don't know if you saw the video when I was arrested. So I think I was surprised because when they asked me the question about do you have any weapons or anything that can hurt me, I must admit that that was the first time that I was arrested. So when they asked me that question, I said to myself, weapons? No. And after that I said, no, only my words, only my philosophy, only what I believe in. And that's important. That's important because our words are our weapons. We will win that debate if we stand up, speak out, and speak about what we believe to our friends, our colleagues, our family. So I'm asking you to use your words, to use your weapons like I'm doing, and don't be shy. Maybe we are a tiny minority right now, but there's a silent majority out there that is looking at us. They don't have the courage of their conviction. We have the courage of our conviction. They're looking at us, and we will be able to bring them with us. It can take time, but the time is on our side. This party is growing. That movement is growing. Look what is happening all across. I was very proud of my cousin in France, all these protests that they did yesterday and today, because they have a vaccine passport over there. We must do the same here in Canada if they want to impose a vaccine passport to us. So I believe that you need our voice, and I need your vote. We are together as a team, and together we can win. That's very, very important. Don't be silent. Don't be shy. Help us to help you. And that's the People Party. Maybe you're going to say, okay, Maxime, if I'm helping you, you were part of that establishment. You were a minister with the upper government. Maybe you will go back there. Maybe you're telling me things that I want to hear, and after that you'll do the opposite. No, I won't. I won't do that. I won't do what the Reform Party did more than 25 years ago. They had a great platform based on freedom also, personal responsibility, respect, and fairness. But they merged with the Conservative Party of Canada. And after that, they lost their soul. They sold their soul. So we won't do that. Step by step, we'll be there. And I'm doing politics, and we are doing politics differently. Because the most important for us is the idea. we don't try to do pollings and survey and try to tell you what you want to hear. We know that we may not have the majority on our side right now, but step by step, this movement will grow. We believe in that. And when we started the party, we had maybe only 1.6% of the vote at the national election. But you know what? It took 20 years and 6 elections for the Green Party to have more than 1.6% of the vote, and we did that in our first year. And now, we need to have a couple of our candidates elected. We need to have a voice over there in Parliament, and we will be able to influence the debate. That's the most important for us. You know that the mainstream media are not there. They're part of the game. They don't want to cover us. They don't want to give us some visibility in the mainstream media. They're part of all that. Actually, if you listen to the mainstream media, we must not be proud to be Canadian because we are supposed to be racist. We must cancel Canada Day. So no, we are proud Canadian. We won't cancel our culture. We won't cancel our heritage. We will celebrate our heritage. That's the core of who we are. So, if you want to know more about us, you'll have a candidate in every riding in Canada. Go on our website, peoplespartyofcanada.ca. Look under BC. You'll have all the ridings in BC. You'll find your candidate. If we don't have a candidate now, we will have a candidate before the next general election. We approve up to now more than 175 candidates all across the country. It's only the beginning, and I want you to reach him or her, giving some of your time, helping a little bit. It's so important to be active. Why? Because right now, like Thomas Jefferson said a long time ago, when people fear their government, there is tyranny. And there is tyranny right now. But when the government fears the people, there is liberty. And we must be sure that the federal government understands that we are doing that fight together against what they want to impose us. They try to impose us censorship on social media, the bill C-36. C-36, it's a new definition on hate speech. But hate speech and hate crimes supposed to be huge in Canada. But if you look at the statistic from Statistic Canada, less than 1% of all the crimes in this country are related to hate speech. And half of them are non-violent. Half of them are graffitis or little things like that. But it's supposed to be important, so they must regulate that. But the idea beside that is to censor us on social media, because now you have the big tech that try and are doing that, the censorship on social media, but you will have the government, the federal government, the Trudeau government that will be able, with bureaucrats in Ottawa, to look at what you're saying on social media, and maybe because they don't like what you are saying on social media, oh, that's hate speech. So you won't be able to communicate anymore. We must fight that. That's why when I'm saying our Western civilization is under attack, our way of life is under attack, that's the sad reality. So I will end with a very, for me, important quote from John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy in 1961, we are in 2021, and in 1961 he said to the Americans that it was, I think at that time, a very tough time, but today it's worse than it was in 1961. He said, in the long history of the world, only few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its maximum hour of danger. You are that generation. This is the time, and this is your role. We need you. We want you to fight for what you believe, to fight for our freedom against these authoritarian governments that are imposing on us their socialist policies. So it's time, it's never the wrong time to fight for what is right, and I'm asking you to do that as soon as possible. Don't hesitate. We will be in election time, maybe we'll have an election this fall, and we will be ready, but I need your help, I need your support, and I hope I will be able to count on you. Because I'm asking you, don't try to vote against something. For the first time, I hope you'll vote for something, for what you believe. I hope that you'll vote for your values, for yourself. And that's why we are the People's Party of Canada, because we want to offer another alternative, a real alternative to all Canadians. A political party that won't pander to every special interest group, that won't play the game of political correctness. I said that 3 years ago, that for me, that's the end of political correctness. We need to speak and tell the truth and all the facts. So there's no taboo subject for us. We're going to speak during the campaign against the lockdowns. We're going to speak against the vaccine passport. We're going to speak against mass immigration. We will speak for our country, for Canadians. We will put our country first. We're going to say no to the UN and the international organizations that have an agenda for us. So the choice will be clear. The People's Party of Canada and all the other political parties, establishment political parties that have the UN agenda, and they think that they know better than you, that they're not proud to be Canadians, they don't want us to be successful, they don't want us to be more prosperous. So that's a very interesting time, and you know, in the long history of the world, there are some moments like that that are very important, and this is one. So I want to thank you for taking the time today. Thank you for being with us, for supporting our candidates, and that's only the beginning of our battle, and you can count on us. You can count on the PPC for that. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Questions?
Yeah.